Hello everyone, this is Professor Gant, and this is a video trying to get you familiar with how to navigate in your Blackboard learning management system for our Math 090 class. So when you first log into Blackboard, the very first thing that you want to do is check out the announcements here. And so when you come to the announcements, you'll see I have here a welcome announcement, and most of the stuff that I am going to talk about in this video is in this particular announcement. But I know that when you show something, you more than likely remember it rather than just someone telling you. So just wanted to help you out there. You'll also see that there are already announcements posted here for each week's objective, and so each week the objectives and goals that you have, they will pop up at the end of the previous week, so that you can know what it is that you need to do, what it is that you need to work on. Okay, so after checking out the announcements, and make sure that you check out these announcements at least 2 or 3 times a week, just to stay abreast with what's going on. Okay, so after you do that, then the next thing you need to do is go to the Student Center. So the Student Center here has stuff like my contact information, when I have office hours, that sort of thing. It also has class information, and this is a very important folder for us to go into, so I'm going to go into it. So you'll see here we have our course syllabus, the expectations and policies of the university and myself. One of the main things here is the student responsibilities policy here. And so this is in particular about what we do when we have late assignments, and how we deal with that. Okay, so after that we have due dates and deliverables. So you'll see this also in the announcements, but if you want to print this out just to kind of give you an idea of, hey, when is stuff going to be due, and you don't have to go log back in online every time, then you can go ahead and print this document out. The assignments and rubrics here, this just tells you, how I'm going to grade the discussion forums that we have, and the reflection assignments that we have in week 5 and 10, how I'm going to grade that as well. Okay, and then of course turning in assignments. Whenever you're turning in your reflection assignments, or if you need to scan me any work or anything like that, please submit it as a Microsoft document file, either in docx or just doc, or PDF file. Any other format I will not accept, and if you send me anything in another format, I will send it back to you. Okay, these 3 formats are easiest for me to work in, and because of that I'll be able to respond to you faster as well. Okay, so after you've checked out the class information folder here, let's go back. Then the student course guide here, a lot of the things that are in the class information folder is here as well. You can just peek in here just to see, hey, is there anything different that I haven't really covered? So if you look at the class info, you'll pretty much cover all this. For the ask the professor, here's where you can post questions or whatnot to me. If you have personal ones that you need to ask, you don't want anyone to know about, you may want to send that to me in an email. Okay, and here's the place for that, the private questions for a professor. Here is for stuff like everyone's having a question about a particular problem, and I post a response on here so that most of the class can benefit from it. So that's where this particular, well, I guess that's what this particular area is all about. Okay, and then of course we have e-chapters and supplemental resources and all this good stuff. Okay, all right, so let's go back. And so we've checked out the Student Center. I believe that was everything. Yes. So the next thing that we need to do after going to the Student Center is go to the class introductions here. Okay, so in the class introductions, just come in here and introduce yourself. Let's learn some interesting things about you. If you notice, I already have mine here already. And so check it out. You may find something interesting here. Okay? But please make sure that you introduce yourself sometime this week so that we can get to know you and be one big community. Okay? So after you do the class introduction folder here and introduce yourself and read mine and your fellow classmates, then you want to come here and go to My Math Lab. This is very important because here's how you're going to access your quizzes and your test. Okay? And so here you'll need to click on coursecompass.com, and you'll need to have this particular course ID number to actually register into the course. This document here will instruct you on how you need to go about logging in to get registered and all of that after you click on coursecompass.com here. And so the idea here is this. When you register, you're registering into the system to be able to access any book and its supplemental materials like quizzes and homework and all that. The course ID identifies which course you're going to be in. Okay? So your registration code is saying, hey, I have access to this book and all materials for at least a year. The course ID says, all right, this is the particular course that uses this book that I'm going to be participating in this particular quarter. So follow the instructions here. When it tells you type in course ID number, type in that, and you should be good to go. Okay. After you do that, then the last thing that you'll need to do is go into the week 1 activities here. And so first thing I want you to do is come here and say, hey, you know what? Under the Student Center in the class information folder, I've read everything that I need to read. And so just reply here and just let me know, yes, you've done that. Okay. Here, you'll need to come here towards the end of the week or whenever you're done with everything and just let me know that, hey, you know what? I've done the work that I need to do, and answer whatever question it has. It's simple question like, what have you gained from this week in doing and learning material or whatnot. So this is how I keep track on if you have logged into Blackboard and really have done anything for a particular week. Here is our objectives. So week 1, we'll see that, hey, we're just doing basic arithmetic here. So you'll kind of have an idea of what you're talking about. Okay. For here, the video that you had seen in the course home to start off, if you haven't seen it already, is here, just welcoming you to the class. Okay. We also have a lecture. So if you are one of those people that likes to learn visually, we have a lecture here on everything that we'll cover for the week. So this could help you out as far as getting prepared for class, or if you're in an online class, help you to learn the material and come with other questions that you may have for me whenever I have office hours, or if we decide to do a live synchronous session sometimes during the week. Here's where you'll access your discussion forums here, and so you'll click on there and respond to whatever the discussion question is. Sometimes I may change or alter the discussion question, so please pay attention to what I post. I usually should post first. If you get there before me, great, And your quizzes, like I told you, your quizzes and tests are done in My Math Lab. And so here's the link to get you directly to the My Math Lab portion of the course. Okay, internet resources here, so you could use that, lab attendance again, and other supplemental material. Okay, and if you go through this, then you will have done everything that you need to do for week 1. And so weeks 2 through 11 are pretty much the same thing. Pay attention to the announcements again, because those will tell you the due dates of when you have quizzes, tests, discussion questions, and all that stuff due as well. If you will print out the due dates and deliverables, you'll have that same information there as well. So just wanted to introduce you to how to navigate through this course, let you know what it is that you really need to look at versus some of the things that you don't. And I hope everything, just turns out great for us here. I hope to enjoy learning with you and from you this particular semester. Okay. Oh yeah, one last thing, the grade book here. So this is where you want to check out your grades. Okay. So I'll just click on this so that you can kind of know. Since I'm an instructor, I won't have any grades here, but it'll have all your grades listed. So it'll say, hey, this is week 1 discussion. This is the amount of points you make, and if I give you any feedback, then it'll state that there as well. But this is where you go to view your grades. And one thing I do need to let you know is that My Math Lab and Blackboard are not synced together. So the work that you do in My Math Lab will not automatically be shown up in the grade book. So what this means is you have to allow time for me to go in and actually manually enter in your grades. So I'll try to do this, at the very least once every 2 weeks. If you don't see a grade there, or if you see that there's an error, please contact me, email me, and let me know that so I can fix that as fast as possible. All right, again, my name is Professor Valdez Gant. Delighted to have you in my course for this particular quarter, and I'm looking forward to great things. So give me a call or email me if you have any questions, and welcome again.